Now it's going.
Oh my goodness, the party goes on. And tonight, we are joined by none other than our celebrity, our former Costco influencer. She is in town. Welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Introduce yourself.
So my name is Shamin Spencer, and I am the owner of Your Turn Health and Fitness. And I am the very good friend of Evelyn, who is the owner and founder of Ellie Bianca.
Oh my goodness. You're friends with her? I don't know. That's such a problem person to be friends with. Somebody can cut that section.
Please do. Toronto, I want
A bad
Now we have it on camera.
Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of our journey.
You're welcome.
Tell us a little bit about your skincare routine, your lifestyle, and some of the things that are important to you when it comes to health and beauty.
Absolutely. So since COVID, a lot has changed for me, as it has for many people. So I take my self-care and my morning routine very, very seriously. So one of the big things that I do is I concentrate on my face and my cleansing routine, my hydration routine. I'll be honest with you, I'm wearing a little bit of makeup today, but that is not my forte. I rather have clean, healthy looking skin than mask things with makeup. I love makeup. If you're out there and you're a big makeup fan, fantastic. I just don't know a lot about it and how to apply it. So I rather start from the ground up with caring for my skin. So I discovered Ellie Bianca's face oils in, I think it was about 2019 that I discovered their face oils. I remember at the time a friend of mine was promoting Beauty Counter and she was talking about face oils. And I remember thinking, I'm not gonna put oil on my face. Why would I do that? I've got oily skin. However, she got me some samples, I tried it, I liked it. And then later on, I decided that I wanted to look for some Canadian products that I could use. Hence, Ellie Bianca. Enter Ellie Bianca into my life. So since then, I cleanse with the Naked Oil, which is something that I do every single day, not morning and night. Usually I will do morning or night, but if I'm out of my Ellie Bianca Naked Oil, I feel like I'm missing something. Like
you feel like you're naked?
You feel like you're naked. No pun intended. No pun intended. But so I clean my face with Naked Oil. Then of course you have to tone, right? And toners today is not what toners were in the 80s when I was growing up. Toners were almost alcohol based. You put it on a cotton swab and you cleaned it, you looked at that cotton, and if there wasn't grime on it, let's face it, there was always grime. That's what a toner was. Toners now are spray, pat, let it do its thing, okay? Then a serum. I use the Ellie Bianca serum. And then a face oil. So depending on the season, I will use whatever face oil is best for that season. But I have to say my favorite is definitely your rose oil serum. Oh, rose oil face oil.
Wow. It's so interesting. I know that this is what you love, and actually that same configuration is what they picked. We tried to actually be like, have the citrus. Because I love the citrus, it's very refreshing.
Yes.
They're like, no, it had to be the rose. There you go, it's almost like they had their influencer picked.
Oh, you know what? I love all of your face oils, but the rose, if I was on a desert island and I was only allowed to take one face product, I would grab that face oil, the rose. Definitely the rose is my absolute favorite.
Wow. There's something to be said about rose stem cells. Science is proving that rose can actually help us age with grace. But why I was attracted to rose when I was formulating, it was more before the high frequency. So it
Right.
gets to ground you, it gets to ignite emotion. And of course, rose is expensive, and we're talking about luxury for all.
Yes.
I wanted
Yes.
our customers to access the best of the best.
Absolutely. And you know what? Like oftentimes I know like within my friend circle, you look at a price tag on something and you think, oh, that's so expensive. But your products last long, right? It's not something that you're replacing every 2 to 3 months. Like for sure my rose oil has lasted me 6 months. I mean, sometimes I've been a little too generous with my application.
I actually do see your post, and I'm like, are you sure you put half a pump?
No, I do not do half a pump because you just can't. It's like an addiction, right? I definitely do a full pump. Sometimes I do too, especially in the night. And you know what? It really depends on what my day was like. So did I have a crazy busy day? Was I out in the elements a lot more than I usually am? Did I do an extra workout? I teach fitness and yoga for a living. So there's some days where, you know, I might run one class and have a few clients, and there's some days where I'm almost back to back for a big chunk of the day. So it really depends at the end of the day, what did I do? And it's a luxury for me. It's a reward for me as well to take care of my skin. So yes, there are definitely some days where there's 2 pumps happening in the evening when I know half a pump is sufficient.
Wow. Hey, and you know what? We deserve it.
Absolutely.
I often say, you know, listen to yourself, see what's happening, see how much you need.
Yeah.
And at night, you know, putting on a little bit of those layers, you wake up in the morning and
Yeah.
the skin is super nice and supple.
So I'm not gonna lie to you, there are many mornings where I don't even want to wash my face because the texture is just so dewy, if that's the right adjective to describe texture, but it's soft and it's plump and it's dewy. And I actually don't want to touch my face sometimes in the morning. I just want to like get up and go, teach my class. There are days where my skincare in the morning doesn't happen until maybe 11 o'clock after I've had my first class, after I've taught, you know, a couple of clients. And then I'm like, all right, I got some downtime and now I'm going to take care of my face.
Nice. So what can you tell someone that is looking for to just be healthy all around, but we know that we all want to age well? What advice can you give them?
Well, the first thing I would say, and I am definitely someone that needs to practice what I preach, is hydration. So water, a lot of water, but definitely hydrate your skin as well. So face oils are a fantastic way. Serums are a great way to hydrate your face as well. The third piece of advice that I would give is actually, I'll add 2 more pieces of advice. So the third piece of advice I would give is exercise. You gotta move. And I know that exercise isn't for everyone, but ladies, if you're out there, we totally underestimate the power of nature and the power of walking. So if you're not someone that's interested in the gym or doesn't want to be in a group setting, get outside and walk. Like, I know that 10,000 steps is a number that seems to be floating around. Whatever it is, do your 10,000 steps, but get outside and walk. And then the fourth thing is the sun. Get outside, absorb the sunshine, take your shoes off if weather permits and get your feet into that grass. I grew up in a third world country. I grew up in Trinidad, and we barely wore shoes when we were just hanging out with our friends, hanging out with the neighbor next door. We were bare feet at the beach, on the grass. So get out there and just really absorb nature's energy.
You know, I love that. I love that you talk about grounding. It's the same thing, you know, being from Africa, and, you know, every time when I go back, I love to be grounded.
Yes.
Or just in the summer, I just love to just feel the earth and just connect, be connected that way.
Absolutely. I'm definitely a barefoot baby.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
There's something to be said, you know, you talk about movement, you talk about, you know, I often say sweat is so important.
Yes.
I see people purchasing, you know, their edges. You know that when we sweat, we actually create those natural acids that are so good for us. So a little bit of a sweat is so so important.
Yes.
The stretching, you know, that relaxation, all of it
Oh,
contributes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
De-stressing. Like, you know, I'm almost 50 years old. I've got 2 kids. One will be 19 in a couple of weeks. My son is 17, so he'll be 18 in the summer. And honestly, eliminating or trying to eliminate stress is so important. And I know it's hard for me, it's hard for the person next door, but trying to remove as much stress as possible from your life is a game changer.
Wow, you know, another piece of advice that I always share is around, you know, we hear a lot about the gut microbiome being linked to the skin microbiome, but the third linkage is actually our mind.
Yes.
So, and the skin, our face is what tells it all.
Yes.
You know, have you ever noticed somebody say, I never used to have eczema, and I went through a stressful period.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
So,
yes.
managing that is so important.
So important. Yeah. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. So what else can you share with our audience and your audience?
So definitely, you know, the one thing that I really love about your products at Ellie Bianca is that they're clean. So I would draw everything back to about 2018 was when I started to just pay a little bit more attention, not just to our environment, but to what types of products I put on my skin and gets absorbed through my skin. So I was definitely, I'm not gonna lie, I am a frugal person. So I was definitely a Shoppers Drug Mart, grocery store shopper, mascara, face creams, whatever it was. But in 2018, I started paying a little bit more attention to clean beauty. So definitely I would say go through your facial products, go through your makeup products, and if you're not using products that are derived from natural ingredients, just consider making a switch. But I'm not saying throw all of your makeup and all of your face and your skincare products out, but maybe slowly start to introduce some of those natural products and just see if there's a change. I guarantee you my makeup bag is extremely small. I probably have 1 or 2 of each little product, but definitely introducing clean products into your routine and your regime, great for the environment and even better for your skin.
I love it. That's just it. It's like make those little changes, and you know, I will add to that is don't forget to add an oil of some sort. We have to think about what holds our skin, our cell structures.
Absolutely.
It is lipids,
Yes.
and lipids are oils. So if we want to age well, we need to eat good oils. We need to put good oils. And of course, like you said, it's managing stress, it's
Yes.
bringing in movement,
Yes.
it's hydrating inside and out.
Yeah.
And speaking of frugal, absolutely love that.
$179.99.
Right?
Like, how can you actually sell 4 amazing products for that low price?
$100 off. Like literally, you're getting
Incredible.
$100 off what you will
Yeah.
normally buy the kit. So
Yeah.
why do we get to do that? Costco has
Costco.
negotiated that for their members.
Fantastic. And I'll be honest with you, like if any of my friends are watching this, they know hands down that I am frugal. Better word than saying that I'm cheap. But honestly, like you cannot go wrong with that beautiful box, that beautiful presentation for amazing products, like ingredients that have been curated from Mother Nature and made with love. I know some of the chemists, right? And honestly, you gotta try it. I mean, like how much do we spend at Starbucks?
Yeah.
Daily sometimes, right? So fork it out, guys. Get online, Costco, and get that gift package.
You know,
Get
and
it for yourself.
it's not about cheap. You know, it's
Yeah.
about value.
It's about value.
Yes.
Like that word.
Yeah, you're just getting value for our money. That's
Yes.
it.
Yes. And you know, you mentioned the whole face oil, and like I said at the beginning, in 2018, I almost cringed when I heard people were actually putting oil on their face. It is the #1 product for me. And if you've known me long enough, like known me in my teenage years, I had incredibly bad acne. And I'm still, dealing with some scarring, but I'm more afraid of foundation than I am of my own skin. And face oil has really made me feel comfortable in my own skin. And honestly, that natural glow is unbeatable and pretty darn remarkable.
I have to say that I've seen some of your posts and your beautiful glowing skin. I actually have to admit that your skin does glow. And look at you, like talking that you're almost 50, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What is a 50-year-old?
Yeah.
And this is what we're promoting here at Ellie Bianca. It's all about aging with grace.
Yeah. And you know what? And not just aging gracefully, feeling like a freaking rock star.
Yes!
Right? Like crushing every second of aging. Right?
That's exactly it.
Yeah. And
rockstar girls.
Right? And we're all in it together. No one's better than anybody else. No one's got a leg up. We're literally all in this together.
So you're not going to escape menopause. It's not just what it is.
You're not going to escape it. You're not going to escape it. One way or the other. We may not have all symptoms. Like I've been here for a couple of hours, and the ladies and gentlemen in this room know that I've had to open the door a few times. Hence the shirt with holes. But we're going to get through this. And if you're feeling awesome, then that's great. And that's one thing that I tell my clients too. There's this push, unfortunately, that's been in the media for centuries about being skinny. Well, guess what? Nobody wants to be skinny anymore. We want to be strong, and we want to love what our mamas gave us, right?
Yes.
Love what your mama gave you.
I see lots of workouts now are all about building.
Yes, exactly. It's not about skinny, it's about being strong.
Yeah.
Right? And as you know, we're losing muscle mass every year as we age, so we gotta build that muscle, right? And as Susan said earlier, like the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn. So all in all, we wanna hydrate, we wanna eat well, we wanna take care of our skin, we wanna manage our stress. We want to work out and move. We want to love nature, be outdoors, and just love our family and friends, and love what we're going through when we're going through it, because tomorrow's another day and we don't know what's around the corner, right?
Yes.
So be grateful for the abundance that we have right now.
You've really shared amazing nuggets, but I want you to talk about what connected us together, because it's coming up soon.
Yeah.
And this is part of that aging well. Please.
Yeah. So initially I came across your products when I was looking for face oils that were Canadian based. And Canadian is my first step I definitely want to support Canadians first if I can. But how amazing was it to find a Calgarian founder, a Calgarian brand? So that was a no-brainer for me. So as I mentioned before, I teach yoga and fitness, but one of the things that I really want to be known for is I do annual wellness retreats. And they started off as yoga retreats, but now it's really morphed into just general wellness and self-care. So, Evelyn, as the owner of Ellie Bianca, you have been so kind and generous year after year after year after year, and including this year, 2024.
Yeah.
So always give me samples and goodies and full-size products for my goodie bags. And my participants have loved it. I'm pretty sure you've gained some customers as a result of it. So that's kind of how our bond has grown over the years. Last year we did a really fun yoga in the park at Riley Park. It was such a simple, intimate group, but it was so fun, and we all kind of just connected back to ourselves and the earth.
Honestly, I have to mention, that yoga was the best thing you've ever done. Yeah. And so many people have been asking, when are you doing yoga again?
Yes, let's do
Susan, you have to come when you see the yoga. You know how I roll. Was another last minute.
Last minute queen.
But it was like we cemented amazing friendship out of that. You know, some of the ghosts that came.
Yes.
One lady came to Edmonton to support me in another event. Can you imagine?
Fantastic.
It all came from
Yes.
that yoga.
And you know what? So, you know, we talk about, you know, the food and nutrition and the self-care and the limiting stress. And we talk about all of us being in this together, but connections, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what life truly is about? And, you know, not to go down a morbid path, but I think about, you know, eventually when I'm on my deathbed, what do I want to be known for? Like, do I want to be known for, oh, she was successful, or she was beautiful, or she was fit? I want to be known for, God, she was great at connecting people. She always reached out. She always, you know, contacted me. And, you know, I've got my gorgeous friend Yvonne here with us today. And like, we have been friends since 2012, right? And, oh, I'm gonna get emotional. And we try like every week to have a coffee. And like, that's life. That's important.
You know, something that actually you bring up that just, like, goodness.
Yeah.
And it just makes me think about my friend Susan. Like, we need to be intentional, Susan, and hang out more. Like,
Susan?
we need to just be more intentional.
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
Life gets in the way and it gets busy and whatnot. But
so
we
busy.
need to celebrate each other more. Like,
Absolutely.
we don't need a Costco lunch to celebrate.
No. And like, successes are phenomenal. Like, we're not minimizing that. But it's our connections and our bond with humans that I think is really what binds us to this life and potentially an afterlife. So.
No, and that's really the reason why I started the brand. Like, was
Yeah.
like, how do we build that global connection of empowered women?
Yes.
It's connection.
Yes.
It's us coming together. It's
Yes.
us, you know.
Yes, and I love that you source your ingredients from all over the world. Like, when was it? You were in Egypt just recently. My stepfather is from Egypt, right?
Yeah.
And who is a chemist as well, chemical engineer. So yeah, I love that. You're not just sticking to one area or one region. You're worldwide with your ingredients.
It's important to look at where the ingredients grow naturally and just make sure that we're getting it from that region and understanding, just taking the time to understand the ingredients. I think that's what, you know, customers love about us. It's also what like companies like Costco appreciate.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, and from what I understand, it is not an easy process to have your product actually sold at Costco, whether it's in store or online. So congratulations and kudos to Ellie Bianca and your team for making it. That's fantastic.
You know,
They should be extremely proud.
Thank you. We could not do it, you know, without having amazing ladies like you that have believed in us, they're there, you're giving us ideas, because we want to formulate products that are solving a problem.
Absolutely.
You know, but Costco looks for quality, they look for value, and I feel aligned with them because there's no cutting corners.
Excellent.
It's not about a cheap product, it's about quality. Yeah.
Fantastic. And at the end of the day, we want to be involved with companies and businesses that align with our values, right? Yeah. So that's awesome.
Yeah. So thank you so much for being our official Costco influencer. Of course, an official Ellie Bianca influencer as well. You know, head over to Instagram and follow this girl. What is your Instagram handle?
So it's your_turn_health.
Go and follow her and watch what she does on a daily basis. Like, I mean it. I get so inspired daily. You know, when I don't feel like doing anything, you know, she's posting her structures and I'm like, oh my goodness. So follow her, get to know what she's up to. Let's all build connection. Then of course the retreat is coming up in September.
It is, and I'm sold out.
Okay, we can't even advertise it.
Okay, but I'm gonna plug my 2025 retreat is in March and it's in Palm Springs, guys.
Oh my gosh.
I'm pushing some limits here. And I'm head on 50-50 with Stacey Yates who is my nutritionist that I've used for my last 3 retreats, and she is a riot. Amazing, educated, funny, beautiful soul inside and out. So yeah, we are stepping out of the border and gonna give that a try.
Oh, I love that. Palm Springs.
Yes.
We have to get on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, thank you for
You're
being here.
welcome.